kindergartners. For today's writing lesson, we're going to be going over upper and lowercase letters and how to use them in our sentences when we are writing. For this lesson, you are going to need your upper and lowercase alphabet chart, which is attached to your chart about how to use a capital letter. Okay, I'm going to go over these charts real quick, just so that they're fresh in our minds so we can do our exercise in just a moment. Capital or uppercase letters, there's two different words for them, capital or uppercase. Those are the ones that are on the top line. Those are the big letters. When you're looking at your writing paper, those letters hit the top line and the bottom line every single time. Now, the lowercase letters on this chart, they are on the bottom. But these ones get a little bit trickier because if you look at the letter B, similar to its uppercase, it touches the top line and the bottom line. But some other lowercase letters, they only touch the middle line and the bottom line, and some other lowercase letters, they touch the middle line and they go all the way down into the basement. The lowercase letters are a little bit trickier to get right, so make sure you're really studying this chart and using this chart when you're writing to make sure you're using your uppercase and your lowercase letters correctly. Okay, now let's go over what words get a capital or an uppercase letter. The first part of your chart, touch this part, says you get an uppercase letter at the very beginning of your sentence. So if you just started your writing, the first letter is going to be an uppercase letter. If you have a period, that means the next sentence has to have an uppercase letter because you're starting a new sentence. Some other things that get capital letters are names of people like Mrs. Adkins, Mrs. Kleister, Mrs. Ramirez. We get uppercase letters in our names. Pets. So for example, I have a dog named Harvey. Harvey would get an uppercase letter if I was writing his name. Places. Places like Everson Elementary or McDonald's or Target. Those get uppercase letters. Other things that get uppercase letters are months and days of the week. Okay, that's all we're going to go over for now, but now I have a quiz for you guys. I'm going to be showing you guys some sentences, and it's your job with your family to figure out what is missing a capital letter. Make sure you have your chart as well as your alphabet chart in front of you. I'm going to read you the sentence. Then it's your job to pause, figure out where the capital letter is supposed to go, then unpause, I'll show you the correct version, and then continue the video. Okay, here we go. All right. Here is our first sentence. I'm going to keep my alphabet chart right here so I know what has capital letters. Okay. I'm also going to grab my capital letter chart. Okay. Let's read this sentence together. Can you see the cat? Read it with me this time. Can you see the cat? Okay. Pause the video. All right. So, I'm remembering that at the beginning of a sentence, there should always be a capital letter. Let's check that first. Okay, I see a C here. Let's look at this C. It looks pretty small. Is it hitting the top and the bottom line? It's not. So the correct version would have a C that hits the top line. Okay, let's get ready for the next one. All right, let's read this sentence together. Do you live in Everson? Okay, read it again. Do you live in Everson? All right, pause and try and figure out, where does the capital letter go? Okay, let's double check. The beginning of a sentence always gets a capital letter. Let me check. Oh, looks like it has a capital letter. Let's continue on. Do you live in Everson? Now, Everson is a place. Let's check. It says the names of all people, pets, and places gets a capital letter. So, Everson will need a capital letter. This is the correct version. All right, let's do our next one. Okay, this one says, I miss my friend Logan. Read it with me this time. I miss my friend Logan. Pause the video. Okay, so remember, the beginning of a sentence always gets a capital letter. Oop, let's double check. Yep, it's not this lowercase I, it's the uppercase I. So that's correct. I miss my friend Logan. Logan is a name. Let's check. People get a capital letter. So that means, oh, I see I used a lowercase L. It needs to be this uppercase L. And this is the correct version. Okay, here's our very last one. This is a little bit of a tricky one. And I hope that you get this one, but if you don't, that's okay. We're going to talk about it. Oops. This is a little big. There we go. All right, let's read it. Bryn and I were playing. Let's read it one more time. Bryn and I were playing. Pause the video. Okay, so let's start at the beginning. We know the beginning of our sentence gets a capital letter. Oh, I see there's a B. Looks like I'm using the uppercase B and not the lowercase b. I also see people get capital letters. Well, Bryn is not only the first word in my sentence, she's also a person, and I'm using a capital letter. Here's the tricky thing. There is one rule about words, and that is that the word I is always capitalized in your sentence. We never use the lowercase I when you're using it on its own. It's always a capital I. Okay, good job, kindergarten.